Welcome to The Explainer, everyone. Today, we're unpacking a sequence of events that literally captivated the entire world. We're looking at unveiling King Tut's sarcophagus, the timeline of discovery. We're going to break down the absolutely massive, nail-biting gap between initially finding this legendary ancient site and finally unlocking its deepest, most hidden core.
See, did you know what happened on March 6, 1924? I mean, in the grand sweep of history, it might just seem like another random date on a calendar, right? But this exact date serves as the absolute climax of one of the greatest historical mysteries of all time. It is the culmination of years of anticipation, agonizingly hard work, and just unprecedented global fascination. We always kind of picture these historical discoveries as happening in a single magical instant, like a quick flash of a flashlight in the dark. But the reality? It's a really rigorous process. And March 6, 1924, well, that's the day the whole process reached its absolute peak.
Okay, let's dive into this. March 6th, 1924 was the exact day the Egyptian government officially opened the Pharaoh's sarcophagus. Take a second to really digest that fact. This was the formal, carefully planned opening of the absolute most vital piece of the puzzle, and it happened right on the world stage. It wasn't just some casual look around. No way. This date represents the exact moment human eyes finally looked upon the inner sanctum of the iconic pharaoh after thousands of years of pure, uninterrupted silence. It's the definitive moment of unveiling.
Now, what's really interesting about this slide is the difference between these two milestones. Think of it like a massive bank heist, but, for history. Discovering the tomb was essentially like locating a giant locked ancient safe hidden deep in the desert. And yeah, it's a huge deal. You found the building, you found the safe itself, but the sarcophagus? That is the inner vault. Opening the sarcophagus was the moment we finally bypassed all that outer security, turned the final dial, and looked directly inside that innermost chamber. Finding the tomb tells you you're in the right place, sure, but opening the sarcophagus? That's when you actually see the most precious, heavily guarded center of the entire structure.
So, the crucial point is, to truly appreciate that 1924 vault opening moment, we gotta rewind the clock a bit, back to 1922. We really can't understand the climax without understanding the beginning, right? This year, 1922, is the absolute anchor point for everything that follows.
In 1922, British archaeologist Howard Carter made the monumental discovery of the tomb itself. This is the exact moment he found that locked safe we just talked about. He uncovered the entrance to a site that had literally been lost to the sands of time. It was a massive breakthrough that sent immediate shockwaves around the globe. But finding the tomb? That was just step one. He found the location, he found the outer walls, and he realized what he had stumbled upon. But the ultimate mystery was still sealed away tight inside.
Let's move to and see how this builds. Because there is a staggering 2-year gap between Carter initially discovering the tomb in 1922 and the sarcophagus finally being opened in 1924. 2 whole years. And the reason for this massive delay is actually fascinating. You see, this wasn't just a matter of digging straight through with a shovel. Carter and his team had to meticulously clear and catalog thousands of priceless, super fragile artifacts crammed into the antechambers just to safely reach the burial chamber. And then add in an absolute media frenzy that slowed everything down, plus tense negotiations with authorities and the incredibly delicate work required to dismantle the outer golden shrines without scratching them. Archaeology isn't instantaneous, guys. It requires an incredible, almost agonizing amount of meticulous patience.
And this brilliantly illustrates why these combined events are celebrated as marking a momentous archaeological achievement. It wasn't just Carter finding the tomb in 1922, and it wasn't just the formal opening of the sarcophagus in 1924. It is the totality of this timeline. It's the unbroken sequence from the initial groundbreaking discovery going through that painstaking 2-year cataloging process to the ultimate unveiling of the pharaoh. This phrase perfectly summarizes the sheer magnitude of these connected events. This timeline matters to history because it represents a complete triumph of dedication, a structured progression from simply locating the past to physically revealing its most protected core.
Which brings us to a final thought for you to ponder today as we wrap up this explainer. Could you wait 2 years to open history's greatest time capsule? Seriously, imagine being there in 1922, knowing exactly what was likely inside, but having to endure that grueling, painstaking process until March 6, 1924, to finally see it. It requires a level of discipline and patience that is just truly staggering to think about. I really hope this breakdown has helped you clearly grasp the fascinating timeline of this discovery and leaves you eager to explore even more of the incredible processes behind human history.